The Chargers put a happy face on last night's disaster. USC adds recruits for both the 2023 class and 2024. And the LA Kings signed their remaining free agent just in time for training camp. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. It's September 16, 2022. Once again, I'm on the road continuing my tour of every stank hotel from sea to shining sea. And this one is a real winner, folks. You know that you're in a real 5-star accommodation when somebody scribbled love note graffiti on the walls. Maybe it's lipstick, maybe it's blood. Forensics is gonna have to tell us for sure. But let's talk LA sports in the meantime. If you like the content we put out, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that to let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. I'm not perfect. Totally get it. By the way, thank you to the new subscribers who joined in. Appreciate all of you. Absolutely. Quick look at the scoreboard. Rookie cornerback Jalen Watson picks off Jason Herbert when the Chargers were 1 yard away from scoring. Instead, it's a 99-yard pick six, and Kansas City rallies to defeat the Chargers 27-24. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are going to play the Giants tonight up in San Francisco at 7:15. That's Dustin May. He's 1-2. Logan Webb 13-8. Now, I'm going to be frank. I didn't do a rapid recap of the Chargers game last night. You won't find it on the playlist like you would for the Rams and some of the other, and the Galaxy, UCLA, USC. The reason I didn't is because I was on a plane and I couldn't find Amazon whatever on my iPad. Could there possibly be a few more people who decide to create a TV channel to gouge the NFL and us, right? Could the NFL do that anymore? How many more retailers are going to have to come out with their own channels? Is Circle K going to start broadcasting NFL games, right? Why do we need all these things? Why? Why can't it just stay with the regular networks? Does anybody need to see Jeff Bezos necking with Roger Goodell in the press box? I don't. My life didn't need that. Now, regarding the game itself, we mentioned the pick six that Herbert threw. And honestly, until then, he was having a terrific night. He winds up completing 33 of 48 passes for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. But, and this is big for the Chargers, he got injured. Took a shot in the ribs. He got x-rayed in the stadium last night. Now, Brandon Staley, the coach, is saying that everything's going to be just fine. But I have a sinking feeling, this is just me saying it, I have a sinking feeling he's going to get checked out again. They don't know necessarily if it's in the abdomen or the ribs. They need to find out. And honestly, if I'm going to talk about the Chargers at all, I would be remiss if I did not say the one thing that really stands out through 2 games. They have got to establish the running game. Austin Eckler is getting 0 for him so far. He is not being the elite back that we've been told all along that he is, especially with Keenan Allen hurt. You had Keenan Allen out of the game, and the only person who picked up the slack was Mike Williams last night. I didn't see squat from Joshua Palmer either. So to diversify the offense, they have to establish a running game. There's going to be a preview of this weekend's USC game that I'm going to put on the channel later today. They are playing Fresno State, as we all know. Defensive coordinator Alex Grinch says the standard that he wants from his defense is a lot higher than what the players have shown so far. He's indicating that the players are making mental mistakes, miscommunications, blown assignments, things like that. He didn't name any players specifically, by the way. The Trojans, however, for better news, they added a 3-star commitment to the class of 2023. Defensive lineman Sam Green. He is the 17th commitment to the Trojans for 2023. And it matters because a lot of people, a lot of these pundits, myself included, are like, You've got all the skill. Where's the lineman? They're starting to answer that. They also did it with the class of 2024. They've added a tight end, which granted, to me, is technically still offensive line. It's a 4-star recruit, Joey Olson, out of Lake Oswego, Oregon. He's 6'5", 200 pounds. He is the number 10 tight end prospect in the nation and the top recruit in the state of Oregon. Stole him right out from under the Ducks. Sean Dursey, a defenseman, has signed a 2-year contract that averages about $1.7 million for the LA Kings. Now, he originally came to LA as part of a Jake Muzzin trade from a few years ago. Kings won that trade, in my opinion. They not only got Dursey, but they also wound up getting another defenseman, Tobias Bjornfoot, who also plays with the big club, and Carl Grunstrom, somewhat productive third, fourth liner. Now, Dursey, in his rookie year last year, tallied 27 points in 64 games. He almost played about 20 minutes per game, so he was definitely pulling his weight. The contract, however, puts LA right on, or if not, slightly above the salary cap. Meanwhile, Alex Turcotte, who's been injury-prone for his entire career, will not participate in the Kings' rookie camp. For that matter, he might not even be ready when training camp opens at all. He has a concussion. He's had one for a while, and, I'm not going to clown the guy because he's injury-prone. You just can't go out and heal your head. You don't take a pill for that. You have to just wait for the bells to stop ringing in your ears. He was the number 5 overall pick in 2019, but he's only played 8 games with the LA Kings so far. I mentioned a few moments ago having a preview for USC football coming out later today. Yesterday I put out a preview for UCLA's game this weekend against South Alabama. Catching up with the Bruins, we mentioned all week long about this tweet from their press people, naming the football team at UCLA as Transfer U. And head coach Chip Kelly did not like it one bit. We talked about that as well. Why didn't he like it? Glad you asked. Because people like Lane Kiffin won't let that one go without clowning UCLA. Lane Kiffin, the former USC coach, currently over at Ole Miss. First, the Ole Miss press department claimed to have more transfer starters than the Bruins, so they sent out their own tweet claiming to be Transfer U. And then Kiffin rubbed a little salt on the wound. Said, oh, by the way, we recruit elite high school prospects as well. Something that UCLA is apparently intentionally turning themselves away from. So yeah, Chip Kelly did not want to toot his own horn about being Transfer U. Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris said he called ex-Nebraska coach Scott Frost. Frost was fired last weekend. And they're friends. Morris called him to say, welcome to coaching. You finally got fired. You need a friend like that, don't you think? The type of guy who, slaps you on the back, congratulates you on getting fired. When you find out your wife's cheating on you, he's the one that tells you to go get the STD test. That's the type of friend you want, right? Anyway, Raheem Morris told his friend to move forward just like the Rams have to do after that Buffalo game last week. As for his own career, you could recall that Morris was the interim coach over at Atlanta. And of course, the Falcons are coming to play the Rams this weekend. Morris said he doesn't have any hard feelings. Quote, that's just the nature of the beast. I don't have any ill will towards them for not picking me. You get in enough gunfights, you're bound to get shot, unquote. And I like this guy. I like him a lot. Anytime you go on the internet and you type in Lakers, you get about 500 million complete garbage trade rumors, which we go out of our way to avoid. But when legit sports news outlets jump in, I will let you know. The Athletic reports that the Lakers have ongoing talks with Utah about Bojan Bogdanovic. Now, having said that, No idea what the pieces are. You could probably guess. Maybe Westbrook's involved. No idea. But I will also add this. Nothing is imminent. So talk is cheap. And right now I just gave you a plug nickel. The Clippers have signed Keaton Wallace to an Exhibit 10 contract. He played with the G League last year. I have no idea what an Exhibit 10 contract is, so I'm assuming it don't mean diddly-poo. Finally, Galaxy defender Derek Williams says, quote, "Our season is on the line now," unquote. I mention that because who doesn't want to start off their day with the most obvious quote you can think of? Now, if you enjoyed this clip, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We do talk LA sports here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back later today with a preview of USC versus Fresno State. And Faithful Angelenos is a Corte El Queso production. Take care.